Hey there folks, this is GreenXI welcoming you right back to Let's Play Crystal Chronicles. This is episode 3. What we're going to be doing today is making our way to the next location. There's going to be one or two of these little things going on as well. Story bits. I mean, there's sort of story, but there's not much story to this game really. But also, we're going to be checking out the first Miasma stream. They are pretty interesting places which sort of split up the world a bit. You'll see exactly what I mean when we get there now in a couple of seconds. Also, we'll be making a start on Dungeon 2. Yeah. The Black Solratch. We'll see more about these characters that are mentioned in these story bits as we go along. You don't have to see them all. If you rush through the game, then you'll probably miss a couple. To the left by you is the port where we did the tutorial. If you want to check out the tutorial, go in there. If you don't want to check out the tutorial, don't bother. But there is a Moogle stamp system in there, which I'll show off at some point, but I don't want to do it right now, you know? I'll do it at some point when we have a bit of free time at the end of an episode or something like that. I think that would be the best way to go about it. These are pretty random as well, by the way, these story bits. Hope your journey is as bright and clear as the sky is now. But crops don't grow without rain. Alright then, I hope your journey has some rain too. That's very optimistic. I live in the UK and everyone here that I know would prefer to have no rain than to have crops. But of course, that's very selfish reasoning, but yeah, no. Anyways, that was a weird bit of story that didn't really mean anything. Next place. As you can see in the chalice, we have got blue, which is what we need for the Miasma stream. That's where we need the blue, the water element. If you don't have it, go back to Riverbell Path and set your chalice on one of those blue pedestal things that you've seen in episode 2. I pointed them out. Because we already have it. He just tells us about Miasma streams, how to get through them, have the right element, and you can go through. If we didn't have the blue one right now, we would be bounced back and we won't be able to walk through it all. I don't think you even get hurt or anything, you just can't go through. Okay, so that's our first Miasma stream done. Pretty creepy places, but okay, they're fine. New diary entry, they'll be talking about the Miasma stream and his experience with it. I might show them off at some point as well, as like a bonus episode or something. Maybe. Okay, so now we're in the second area. Iron Mine Downs. Yes. So level 2, or Dungeon 2, I'm going to consider it Dungeon 2, just for simplicity's sake. Even if it's just a path and it ain't really much of a dungeon, I'm still going to call it Dungeon 2. Anyway, the Mushroom Forest. I'm going to turn the mic off for a sec.
When I was a child, I once asked my mother, "Where did I come from?" She answered, "Why, we all sprouted from the mushroom forest, of course." Nightmares soon haunted my sleep. I dreamt that I was lost among the toadstools. I awoke in tears, but felt the warmth of my mother's embrace as she comforted me. It is something I still remember to this day.
It's funny because that intro part of the music reminded me of Ice Cavern from Final Fantasy 9. It really did quite a lot. Revives a phone pad member, automatically revives you when carried in a command slot. So it's got to be in a command slot. Should we leave it? I think I want to leave that for now until we get to a boss and then we'll put a Phoenix down in. We've got 5 slots now instead of 4. And that's because we got the extra pocket from Riverbell Path at the end. I'm going to put this down there and carry it. Here we go. I'm going to be lazy. Okay, so let's get going. I quite like this area. It's still very storybookish. Nice easy enemy. Oh, Q at the very start. Gimme. It automatically goes on, doesn't it, actually? Yeah, good. Treasure chest by here. What have we got? 25 gil. That doesn't sound like much, but in this game, 25 gil is quite a bit for one pickup. Ooh, whoa no. Fire would be good for this area. It is good. But, of course, we haven't got it. Life? No, we don't want life. Oop. Like I've said before, you can't just skip through the levels if you really want. I'd rather not, because I'd rather see a bit of the... show you a bit of everything and see it myself as well. Why do you say hang in there? We're not exactly hurt. Oh, new enemy again. I can't remember this enemy from any Final Fantasy. I'm sure it's from one. Don't get me wrong, but I can't remember it. If we stand still for a second without getting hurt, our health should recover. Am I wrong? Looks like I am. I don't know. I remember that from one Final Fantasy. Apparently not this one. Come on. There we go. Bounce on up to the treasure chest. Arrow Man. In Final Fantasy games, these can normally kill you in one with, like, Death Roulette. Is it Death Roulette? Or it's called something like that. And they are proper horrible enemies. Even if they don't take much killing. Some of this alloy and stuff to make more weapons. And armor. I'll show you that as well in a little bit. Come here, you. Don't you attack me and run away. I always leave the fruit. I don't see the point in it when you've got cure. I mean, it's quicker to use. Oh shit. It's quicker to use than cure, but... yeah, no. I just... don't see the point in having something that runs out when... you don't need to have it. Okay. Let's keep going. It's very maze-like, this area, isn't it? Still haven't got fire. We really want it by the time we get to the end, I think. Ooh, funnily enough, let's get that on. Get rid of blizzard, that won't be useful in this place at all. For fire. Lowers the defense as well. No, I don't want bloody gravity, don't you start. What were they thinking? I mean, the regular enemies are weak against fire as well, but I just prefer to use physical attacks because it feels quicker to me. Might not be in the long run, but it feels it to me. Another thunder. Another armor man, and these have quite a bit of health in this game. Take a bit of killing, you know? Silver bracer, another cure. Whoop. It's funny having these as mages. I mean, I know they use magic in Final Fantasy games, but I don't know, it just feels funny. Whoop. Come on, you. I don't know if we'll be able to get this whole dungeon done in one episode. Ooh, clear. That is a sooner in this game, by the way. What I'm gonna do? Get rid of thunder for clear. Gets rid of any stats ailments. So we got a good lineup. That's a solid lineup that we're going to be using for the rest of the dungeon now. Fire, cure, and a sooner. Because you can be poisoned by a couple of the plants, I think it is. And we don't want that. No. Shuriken. Silver. Okay, another one of these if we wanted to teleport out. Which we don't. Ooh, no, don't hit me like that. I'm a very busy clavat, okay, trying to save my little village. Phoenix plume. Okay, that's good. We will be needing that a lot. You'll probably be using a Phoenix plume during the boss coming up. That's my little bit of guessing anyway. This is very samey all the way through this place. Seed. I'll get a crystal ball, but I don't want a seed. Oh, I thought we made a dead end then. I was like, oh no. I think it's this one. If we do this... Yeah, this is the one. Now you cast fire on it when an enemy's near it. Oh, on it? That would have been better. There we go, I think it just got hit by it anyway. It hits enemies quite a lot. It's quite handy. Bronze belt, okay. And we have made it to the end of the dungeon, folks. That wasn't too bad, was it? I was thinking it would be harder than that, but it wasn't. So, can't complain. Bit of bronze. Okay, I didn't think we'd have time to do it in this episode, but it was shorter than I thought, so... Let's go for it. Let's go for the boss. Let's... Cure, clear, fire. Cure, clear, fire. Gotta try and remember the order a bit. Mic's going off, folks. Here we go, folks. What I want to do first is take down the little enemies. Oh, look out for that. Just like with the first boss of the Riverbell Path, you want to look out for the spell circles that are going on. Gonna cure. This is a Malboro. You'll see I'm in plenty of Final Fantasy games. In this case, it deals status effects, but not as bad as in other Final Fantasies. It's probably the easiest Malboro you'll come across in any Final Fantasy game. Thankfully we chose a Cravat, who doesn't have much reason to worry about damage at the moment. So much defense for this point in the game. It's not even funny. Come on, I'm waiting for slow to go away before I start charging, so it take too long. Oh, not again. It's hard to avoid slow. It's got such a big radius. Target radius. I love Malboros. Such a common staple. Almost as much as like Tombies and Cactus, I'd say. There are just as many Final Fantasy problems. I've always thought of them as a plant type enemy, but I'm not sure if they actually are weak to fire in most Final Fantasy games. Are they? I don't know. We'll wait for the other one to appear a sec. Come on you, come on little midget guy. Maybe, nope. Let's heal up a second while waiting. I don't want to go too close, so you'll do our tentacle thing. That one. Look at that, our physical attacks aren't actually doing much. Which makes sense. He wants to encourage you to hit his weakness with fire. Suck you in just to do his tentacle attack a bit easier on you. Oh god. Come on. The amount of times we've been using spells for bosses, we might as well have chose the Uke or the Selkie, whichever one. But when it comes to going through the normal level, using magic all the way through can be a bit tedious. I always found it. That's the poisonous attack that you just saw, his bad breath. I always find bad breath so funny, because I think it's in pretty much every Final Fantasy where you can learn through magic moves or enemy skills. You get to learn bad breath. And does that character just knock enemies out with his bad breath, even when the enemies have such bad breath themselves? It's quite funny. I like it anyway. While we put the chalice down, our little Moogle friend could have been helping us. That would have been a bit of common sense, wouldn't it? Gravity? Oh, okay. Never mind then, maybe there's no point. Just grab. Fire, there we go, that's better. He's on fire now as well, so physical attacks will do more damage. Come on, we can get this done now. We're poisoned because our hearts are pink. There we go. There we go, folks. We now have 2 drops of myrrh. It's funny how one little tiny drop of myrrh can fill the chalice up so much. Strange. I always did find that a bit strange. It's because it's a magical chalice, that's how I always thought of it. Oh, a letter. Come on, Moogle. Greenie's mother, Christy. Okay. Not from the mayor this time. How does it feel to be out on the road? We miss you very much. Is there anything you need out there? Don't hesitate to ask for anything you need. Alright? Yeah. Food? She'll just send us some of that fruit and crap. I don't want that. Love? No, we can't really use love. Money. We want money. Should we send money for money? Let's send a bit of fruit. Stuff that we don't need that's taking up room. Oh, I didn't put a phoenix down either for that battle. Shit. Find gifts for your family. Well, that'd be good then. Sounds perfect. We'll send a vegetable seed. Thank you, sir. Can we go now? I've got your reply, Kupo. It's funny I was not Artemisian, the purple one from FF9. I suppose he mucked up so much I didn't want to use him again. Bonus, what was it? Avoid damage. Oh, we didn't do too well at that, I don't think. Not bad, actually. Better than I thought. Right, what are we going to go for this time, folks? Oh, heart! Oh, we can get an extra heart! What else was there? Defense +1, magic +1, strength +1, strength, magic, defense. Okay, so we got 5 hearts now instead of 4. We're getting some really good stuff to start off with. I'm surprised. Really am. So, that's dungeon number 2 completely done. This has been Greenie XI. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you again in the next episode when we check out... Oh, I don't know how we're going to do it yet, so... We'll definitely check out the 3rd dungeon, whatever else happens. See you in a bit, folks.